Well, like that.
I got a bit frightened then. Lines are open until midnight, so good luck. But we nearly saw up Jonathan Coleman's.
Yeah, with his dressing gown. Oh.
And that would have been quite scary of a morning. It would be. Mel B is here. It's really good to see you.
Nice to see you.
How are you? You all right?
Very well, yeah.
Now, you got the new book out. It's called Catch a Fire. It's your autobiography. And I just wondered why, what was the whole reason behind it? Why at this time did you decide to do this?
Well, I've been keeping diaries since I was about 13, and I wanted to put something down on paper for me and for my little girl so she can see what I've been through. And it's nice to have it there forever and ever, amen.
Was there anything that you thought to yourself, I can't actually put that in, or did you just say to yourself, no, it's going to be everything. This is going to be the truth.
There were a few things that were taken out for legal reasons, but
Right.
apart from that, it's all kind of in there, all exposed.
Well, it's very honest, and it shows what it was like, because you just came from, the Spice Girls appeared to come from nowhere. There you were. There you guys were, wannabe, and all of that was going on. But this is good because it shows you the build-up to that, and what it was actually like inside that kind of whirlwind. It was
well, I think as well, I didn't want to do an autobiography just on Spice Girls, because like all of us, we've all had a big life before Spice stuff, and I wanted to get all that down as well. But it's nice to kind of let people see things from my point of view, like what I felt like and what happened. That's if you're interested.
No, but there's been so much written about you anyway.
Yeah.
And never really, I mean, of course, you guys were always on talking about things, but there's so much there that you had to kind of set the record straight in a sense, I suppose.
Yeah, it was good doing that, kind of choose up to all those people that have been horrible about me.
Put it all down. Now, I suppose, the Spice Girls were huge, but it's clear from your book that the biggest thing in your life and the biggest life-changing event was the birth of your daughter.
Yeah, completely.
That was it.
That was.
Spice Girls, of course, were fantastic, but has it changed you dramatically being a mum?
Well, it just makes you, it makes you put all your priorities into a completely different area. You don't think about yourself so much, you think about your daughter and planning stuff. If you're working, who's going to babysit, is my sister available, is my mum there, and just being, you kind of grow up and you have to be responsible and you have to be mentally sorted out as a mum, It's lovely though.
Yeah, because you always wear, you always wear the loud one, the scary one. I mean, they called you scary.
But the thing is, I am a pussycat. I'll have you know. No,
but sometimes
you
admit yourself, which I think is very brave of you. Actually, you do admit yourself that sometimes you behaved badly.
Oh,
because you could.
Yeah.
Because you were allowed to.
Yeah.
Because you had all these people round about you who were looking after you, fetching and carrying and all of that, and sometimes you would just be bad.
Well, I think in the group situation, we did try and keep each other in check as much as possible. But when we went off on one, we literally went off on one, and it was quite nice to be go through my diaries and remind myself of what we'd been up to, because I used to get all the other girls to write in it as well, and it was really quite going down like memory lane, kind of dealing with a lot of therapy stuff as well, writing this.
I mean, that probably is the best form of therapy that you can do.
Yeah, and I'm not turning back now. It's all in there.
It's out there. It's all there. There's one thing that you're very honest as well about your relationship with your former husband. Very honest about that. Again, ex-husband, which you didn't have to do. Ex-husband. Now you're still listening to your mother, because your mother, as soon as she saw him, said no.
And mums always know best, don't they? How annoying is that?
He's not for you. But because of that, did that make him more attractive to you? Because other people were saying no, don't.
Yeah, but in some ways it did. But I married out of pure love. We both did, and I think a lot of people are quite easy to go. He was this, and she wasn't thinking straight. But you can't get away from it. We were both madly in love with each other, and we both.
And in that sort of situation where you're performing, it's
we were in
difficult.
a bubble, or in a little cocoon on tour. The thing is, I've gone through so much, and a lot of people say, how can you write an autobiography at 27? And I do kind of think, well, yeah, how could I? But then when I think about it and what I've written, I've done so much, and
I'm so much into your life,
and I'm not afraid to share it with everyone.
No, exactly. And like I say, you've got to keep a relationship with him because you've got
my daughter. Yeah,
of course you do.
And we do talk actually.
Good.
Yeah, we've got to a stage now where we're pretty cool with each other, and Phoenix loves her daddy.
The thing is, that has to happen. You have to actually be bigger than the situation if you've got children, because it's so important. As you say, she loves her dad. She wants to have a relationship with her dad.
And I would never stop her from doing that. And he's a brilliant dad.
What age is Tiny now? What age is Phoenix?
She's going to be 4 in February. Can you believe that?
She's 4 years old. That's amazing. Is she sure? Because at 4, you were always going to be a performer, weren't you? I mean, when you were young, you were always
everywhere at 4.
Is she the same?
Well, I think she's just like any other kid at that age. She's very hyperactive and nosy, and you know, she wants to be in your bag going through it, and she wants to be doing this and doing that. You know, she's just like any 4-year-old with bags of energy, and it's a joy to be around
If she
her all
wanted
the
to,
time.
would you say, if she wanted to sort of maybe follow in your footsteps, would you be happy with that? Or would you try to
the thing
dissuade
is,
her?
in an ideal world, you know, she'd be a doctor or a lawyer.
Okay.
But whatever she wants to do as a mum, which is what my mum did, I'll just support her in whatever she wants to do. And it's, you know, it's years away yet, so I'm just giving her lots of love and attention, and you know, she'll do whatever she wants to do in the end.
In the book, you're very, I suppose it's at the start of the book, you know, you sort of go through and you say, this is to people who've helped you, particularly your sister. You seem to have got really close to your sister in the past sort of 4 or 5 years.
Well, I used to torture her.
Did you?
You know, that the big sister, little sister thing.
I used to do that to my little brother as well. It was horrible. It's ghastly.
And I think in my dedication to her, I put, sorry I tortured you. My excuse is I was confused.
Yeah.
She was like, no. So we are very close now, because there's a 5-year age gap, and growing up, when she was 10, I was 15, so I was like one of the older girls, and she wanted to hang out with me. I didn't think that was very cool. But I think the older we've got now, especially being a mum as well, and she helps me out so much.
No,
with
she's good, isn't she? Babysitting and all of
brilliant.
that, which is fantastic.
And we're really close.
That's good.
She's fab.
In the book, you say something that I hadn't really thought about before, but it was when you were doing, once the Spice Girls had finished and you were doing lots of telework.
Yeah.
The fact that, because as a black woman, there's not enough black people on television, but not only that, the slots you're offered were later. I mean, it's when you did the talent show, which was on sort of peak time, that was actually very unusual.
I know, and that was one of the reasons why I
that.
did it as well, because I thought the only other person is Trevor McDonald.
That's right.
Trevor, he's great. But I just thought, well, that's
I can't see you reading the
it.
10 o'clock news.
No, I could do. I'd give it a go.
Could, actually.
But yeah, I just thought it'd be really nice for me to get out there prime time and show. It doesn't matter what colour you are, you can still do it. But you know, there's still a lot of white faces. No disrespect.
Don't worry.
But I just think, you know, there should be more black mixed race people on TV.
Yeah,
there should be, because we are a mixed, you know, integrated country.
But it's what you said in there.
More.
You said there, which I found extraordinary, was the fact that it's a ratings thing. It's not really so much the fact that we can't have black people on television. That's an outrage.
No.
It's purely about numbers. It's purely about ratings.
And there was a statistic. This is going back a few years, when the average person sees a black person on TV, they turn it off, and I was mortified when I heard that.
Well, that's what I
don't should be changing the channel, right?
I don't think they will be. I don't think they will be.
Probably not. But yeah, I think it's changed a little bit, and people are getting more educated. But growing up being mixed race in Leeds, there was a lot of NF, National Front people around in that time, and that was pretty...
It's frightening.
Yeah, and I've wrote about all that in there. So it's good that it's changing a bit now.
Well, it's getting better. I think we've still got a long way to go, don't
definitely.
you? We really have. But maybe when your little girl's grown up, it'll be a hell of a lot better, you would like to think.
Yeah,
you would like to think.
Yeah.
There's obviously, you mentioned the girls in the band. Who are you still in contact with? Because you and Emma were very, very close.
Yeah,
Do you still see
are.
each other, yeah?
I did a book signing in where was it? Not Blue Water, the other one, Brent Cross.
Yeah.
And Emma came down to see me with all her family. It was really lovely to see her.
Oh my goodness, there's old memories.
God, my hair looks so much fuller and better there, doesn't it?
And all of, you know, you've all kind of, you're all doing your own thing. But you're all mates now.
Yeah, I mean, Melanie's out in LA doing her album, and I'm going to be going out there in a couple of weeks. I've got a few meetings for some films and TV stuff.
Excellent, so we can look forward to that. Well, look, it's great to see you. It's called Catch a Fire. It's out now, and it's lovely to see you.
Thank
you very much, Mel. Thanks very much indeed. And on tomorrow's show, well, what do these things here now?
Hi, Mum. Hi, Danielle. Hi, everyone who knows me.
I'm going to be joined by the hunkiest man from Baywatch, who fills these shorts beautifully. Yeah, they are. Ooh. What do you think?
They're quite nice. Is he warm? Okay.